What's up, Collider TV Talk fans? Josh McCouga here with the amazing human that is Roxy Stryer.
Number one, I love that you call me amazing. Number two, I love when East Coasters say human.
Because I forget to say my H's.
Yeah, we forget sometimes.
I know. Huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I can't say my H's like human is it's impossible.
I
I'm
always
just
say human too.
Human.
Human is what the word is.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what a human is.
I don't.
It's a human being.
Yeah.
We're
Human.
all just human beings.
Correct. It's huge human being. A man always makes fun of another one I do. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah,
but
Donald Trump kind of ruined huge for us,
right.
though.
Yeah.
Because every time now that I say huge, people are like, "Oh, are you imitating Trump?" And I was like, "No, I was just speaking.
It's just how I talk. My bad on that one.
Sorry.
We are here doing. We came up with a hashtag last weekend because of social media, and I forgot to tell you what it was. Because
how did we come up with something we forgot?
when I say we, I mean Dorian asked me, and he's like, "What about Collider hypotheticals?" And I said, "That's pretty good because hypothetical questions is a pretty broad-ranging."
Collider hypotheticals is really good.
Yeah.
It's not quite on Josh on Rox's boxes level. No, Rox on Josh's boxes level.
I'm married. I'm sorry.
Ugh. Let's just pretend my box is my top of my head in the dome.
It's a shame that the word box became so synonymous with sex and porn and stuff like that because it is so like universally used.
Always.
So the time.
Like, why is my and also I got news for you guys. And Josh, because you're married, I have a feeling you do know this.
Yeah.
But anybody out there who doesn't know this, not really shape of a box.
It's not.
More of a triangle situation.
Sure.
Got like if you wanted to call it my tri-tip
All right.
steak down below. But it's definitely not. I mean, I don't know if everybody's looks different than mine, but it's not a box situation.
You're correct. You're correct.
Thank you.
But so we are on a show called Collider Hypothetical Questions. Now hashtag it Collider Hypotheticals.
And in case you don't know how to spell that,
HYPOTHETICALS Hypotheticals.
hypotheticals.
Bum.
Because I say hypa. But it's just hypo.
But it's like hypothetical.
Spelled hypo, said hypa.
Correct.
Hippo, campus,
Keep going.
triangle, tri-tip. Tri-tip steak. Yum, yum.
Barbecue salad.
Everybody's having lunch today.
Bing, bang, boom. I'm at Josh McCouga on Twitter and Instagram. That's at Roxy Stryer on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, it is.
Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the Collider TV Talk podcast feed wherever your podcasts are sold, heard, and listened to.
But they're not really sold because they fall free.
Correct.
You could sell things for free.
You can also sell podcasts, I think, right? Like you can.
Or you could pay for a podcast.
Right.
But that's not what's happening here.
No, you don't have to pay for anything. We are literally.
You just subscribe.
That's all you got to do. You subscribe, you listen. That helps the show stay on the air if you like it, which apparently a lot of you do because I tweeted out last night. Roxy Stryer and I are looking for hypothetical questions for tomorrow's episode, and we got a lot of responses,
Like
which is
so many. And probably the main reason we got so many was because I retweeted it on time.
She retweeted it about 8 seconds before we went live on the air. So,
which was about 8 million seconds after I was supposed to.
Correct. You got there. And we got some awesome ones. So what we're going to do is, and the title of the show should give you the hint, is what if the fans ran the show?
And you guys are running this show.
You're running this show.
It's not what if the fans ran all the TV shows. It's what if the fans were running hypothetical questions. Rocks on Josh's box.
Correct. And there were a lot of them that we loved and a lot of them that we don't think we could make a full episode out of. So we're going to do like a little bit of a rapid fire of what ifs on this episode. And because you guys seem to all really enjoy this, we're going to do this more often, maybe like every 6 weeks or so.
And just submit your questions anyway. If some of them are a little meatier, maybe we'll take them for a full one. But lot of these that like are super funny that I could talk about for 60 seconds, we didn't want to ignore those.
Correct.
How was that sip of water, by the way?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Why'd you swish it around so many times?
I felt like I
mouth?
had something in my teeth, but I don't think I do.
No.
Okay.
But you don't always drink water like that, right?
No.
Like most of the time you just sip and swallow?
Correct.
Okay. Because this was a weird thing to watch, I won't lie.
My bad on that one.
Well, just
good thing I did it on camera.
I was just wondering if that was if I just had never noticed that was your style of drinking.
No, I had one of those peanut butter pretzels. You know, pretzels get stuck in your teeth.
Yeah, I'm
With
having...
how addicted those peanut butter pretzels are?
Mine are behind my molars right now, but I can't get there.
I know, it's
I'm
really
going
tough.
like this. My tongue doesn't quite fit.
Did you ever have one of those expanders when you were a kid and you got peanut butter stuck up there? Yeah,
No, I think I need an expander now.
Oh, do you?
I would like one.
In your breadth of knowledge or just in your mouth?
Both.
Okay.
Definitely both. Try to.
All right. Our first question comes from Nathan Arredondo, a.k.a. what's it?
Ranger fan Nathan.
Ranger fan Nathan. So he's either British and he's a fan of the soccer club, or he's a hockey fan of the New York Rangers, or he's from Texas and he's a Texas Ranger fan.
Or maybe he's a park ranger.
Park ranger. He's a fan of Rangers in general.
Just the
Ranger Rick,
a classic Ranger fan.
Good Ranger guy.
I have to say, I'm a Ranger fan.
I am as well. They do
Park
a great
Rangers
service.
Do a great service.
Yes, they do.
But you know what's going on with them right now?
What?
Government shutdown.
I know they don't have a job.
So poor Nathan.
Poor Nathan. He said, "What if Breaking Bad was all a dream that Malcolm's dad had from Malcolm in the Middle?" To which, at J-P Brunette at Brunette _ on Twitter, some responded, and this is what we can talk about. Some say that Breaking Bad was a prequel to Malcolm in the Middle. Walter White survives at the end, changes his name to Hal, and goes into witness protection with a new family.
And then somehow gets 20 years younger.
20 years younger, yeah.
I think that this is such an epic question because if they had done this at the actual end of the show, people would have lost their minds and been livid, and it would have ruined the whole show. Right. Which is what our show is for. Not like things that you actually want to happen, but just hypothetically. So I'm curious then, is everybody in his dream a version of who's in his life? Like, is Malcolm, in his mind, does he turn into his son in Breaking Bad? Like, is the wife, the son's the son? Uncles, like, is it all that's his manifestation in his dream?
Maybe.
Or in his dream, is it just all new people, a whole new life? A whole new world.
I think it's because, if you watch Malcolm in the Middle, the dad was it was a very funnily dysfunctional, functional family.
Right.
And it's a great, great sitcom. Very underrated and had so many seasons on Fox. I can't tell you how much the McCouga family really enjoyed Little Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah.
That's great.
Weirdly enough, one of my friends had Malcolm in the Middle's father, Frankie Muniz's father, as an Uber driver. And he had no shame in saying as soon as he got in, just so you know, I'm Frankie Muniz's father. Like, that's how the conversation went there right away. Yeah.
Frankie, take care of your dad, though.
Yeah. Well, I think he said he was doing it because he really just liked to drive and meet people.
A lot of people drive Uber for that reason.
My dad's friend retired and now drives Uber.
Yeah, and I had somebody the other day, he was an Army vet, and he told me, he was like, I really don't need the money, but I just really like to make sure people get home safe.
Yeah, that's a nice thing.
And I was like, that's lovely.
How lovely is that?
Yeah.
As a parent, as opposed to the horror stories you hear about Ubers driving people off in the middle of nowhere and leaving them for dead.
Right. He was like, no, every Friday, Saturday from 10 to 2 in the morning, that's when I drive, just because making sure people are getting in their beds okay.
Well done.
I'm like, wow.
That's a nice thing.
You're a doll.
Yeah.
And he did get me home safe.
We need more humans out there like that.
I think we could use some more humans. I don't know what you just said, though.
Out there like that.
But I also have to give credit where credit is due. Quite the wink.
Oh, was it good?
The wink click combo, killing it.
Now I am a little self-conscious.
No, you can't do it again. No. It was a one-hit wonder. Is this it? Did I get it?
Okay. So we're thinking that it's all a dream. So what I was getting at was the father always is trying to escape the situation, right? And so his escape is the whole series of Breaking Bad, and then it curls back into his eyeball, like Who Shot JR kind of a situation, right?
Oh, I was gonna call him RJ. It's been so long,
right? Who Shot RJ is about RJ Mitty was the son in Breaking Bad, but nobody shot him. He just had to live with Skyler for the rest of his life.
That's who I was talking about. Is his name RJ or JR?
His name's RJ Mitty, the actor that played Flynn, a.k.a. Walter Jr.
RJ.
But JR was the character on Dallas, the famous Dallas plotline.
Oh,
see where I was
the
going
famous Dallas. No, it's better the first time.
Damn it!
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what do we think? What do we think would have changed? Like, would you rather have seen this on Malcolm in the Middle, where we see him fall asleep, or would you have rather seen this on Breaking Bad, where we see him wake up?
I think you would rather see it on Malcolm, I think, because it was such a pivotal series, such a seminal series, if you will, that if he died in the meth store, spoiler alert, in the meth shop, and he woke up and it was Malcolm in the Middle's dad on a couch while the kids are running around, and Frankie Muniz is like, "Wow, were you dealing meth again, Dad?" And he's like, "Wow." Then
was Malcolm in the Middle ABC?
No, Fox.
Oh, Fox.
Yeah.
Would that have slid?
Would that have what?
Slid?
No.
Slided?
Slid, I think. No, there's no way. If Breaking Bad ended with the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, there's no way.
What about just specific episodes? Like, what if he fell asleep and Malcolm in the Middle, and then The Fly happened?
So we just cut to like season 4?
In just one episode of The Fly. And everybody's like,
pretty funny.
Wow, in his weird dream.
Pretty good.
He's obsessed with this fly.
It's not
All the
bad.
problems going into it.
I kind of like it.
And they're like, this is the true definition of a bottle episode.
Yes. Yeah.
Nothing to do with anything else going on.
And somehow we are just inserting Malcolm in the Middle's dad now into Breaking Bad.
Yep.
I like that the thought of breaking this down to what's worse if it happened on Malcolm in the Middle or it happened on Breaking Bad. So we're saying it's worse if it happened on Breaking Bad and he woke up as Malcolm in the Middle, but it's better if it happened on Malcolm in the Middle and we just got a bottle episode of Breaking Bad.
Yep, I'm in.
Okay, cool.
I'm into it.
All right, next up is Seth Pancakes Ott, aka Seth O. Ott. On Twitter, he said, you can swap 3 characters from The Office, Parks and Rec, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine and put them into one of the other shows. Who do you swap and what positions do you put them in, i.e. regional manager, parks director, police captain? Hashtag it, Collider Hypotheticals.
This is so tough.
Okay, I got it. I think for me. Okay.
This is so tough. I've got it.
Okay. Andy Samberg is Michael Scott. He's the new regional manager. I think that would be very funny. It'd be a funny plug. And if you're looking back at television, I think
does that mean that Michael Scott is never on The Office, though?
No. I think it's like you swap him for like an episode or two. Police captain is Dwight Schrute. So from The Office, Dwight Schrute goes to become the police captain in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so he takes over Andre Brower's position. Mm-hmm. Although Andre Brower is the most underrated. Like Captain Holt is probably one of my most underrated TV characters in history because he's the glue that keeps that show together.
And I could deal with Dwight being there for 1 or 2 episodes.
Correct,
but
not the
you
series.
wouldn't actually want to see him in that position because
No.
you would just be like, shut up.
Right.
I mean, it's why he didn't really work in Michael Scott's position for too long.
Yes. And Parks and Rec. See, now Ron Swanson would be an amazing police captain, right?
I think you do something with Audrey Plaza's character. Like she...
Well, where does she go? So she goes to The Office? No. She goes to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. No.
No, she goes to The Office. No. Oh, no, you screwed it.
Did I screw
because
the
you
pooch?
swapped 2 to 2. We've got to make a triangle.
Oh, okay,
like
you're
a
right.
vagina shape.
So Dwight Schrute becomes
gonna
Ron
giggle?
Swanson.
Thanks. Thank you.
It's my bad. I was thinking too much about the triangle. Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But the 2 parts on the top and then the 1 part's down below.
Right. Thanks.
That's the shape of a
Triangle.
triangle.
So
So
Andy Samberg goes to The Office as the regional manager. Dwight Schrute goes to Parks and Rec as Ron Swanson's character.
No.
As Amy Poehler's character?
What if we made him Andy's character, Chris Pratt?
I don't know if he's that
And
doofusy. Like
No,
doofusy.
so let's not pick Dwight then.
What about Jerry? What if Stanley becomes Jerry?
Yeah, Stanley could be Jerry easily.
Okay. Jerry Stanley. And then
We have to move.
Ron Swanson's up to police captain.
Okay. That's a good triangle.
You like that triangle?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to give a triangle of your own?
No, I like it.
Okay. Done and done.
Done and done. I'm a one-hit wonder. That's what they all said. Yeah. Yeah,
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
I like it.
What do you mean? It wasn't that good. Can we do this one?
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch one of these shows, but I think you do. This one is coming from @Colt Badeau.
Colt Baldo.
What if Game of Thrones and The Good Place had a crossover?
It's a very
Do you
funny
watch The Good
question.
Place? Have you
I've watched
seen it?
both.
Okay.
I've watched both shows.
Great.
Yes, they're great.
Great. This is amazing because it would actually be the worst show of all time.
Oh, yeah,
like there's not
100%.
one thing about these shows that could cross over and work, except if
I don't think that any one character in Game of Thrones, besides the kid that makes the kidney pies and that like bar off the beaten path, makes it into the good place. Because
Yeah.
everybody else is such a bad human.
But that's why, I mean,
Or maybe
spoiler alerts on The Good Place, but when we find out we might not necessarily even be in the good place,
Right.
like maybe these people, when they try to get back to Earth, maybe they end up in Westeros or something.
that's your crossover.
Yeah.
So they all end up in Game of Thrones totally confused.
Yeah, and they get there and they're like, we've really broke the timeline here. Like, whatever we did.
I like that.
Okay.
Okay. I could see that.
got it.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
There was one that Jessica Kuo, and I want to shout her out at Jess Kuo. What if Netflix streaming never took off? Now, Roxy and I have this on a list of hypotheticals that we came up with. as a full episode of a show.
And I think we should.
And we're going to do that down the line, maybe in a couple episodes, because next week we're going to do a True Detective themed one.
Oh, yeah. Submit your questions for that. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're still trying to figure out what exactly True Detective themed.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I pitched some really good ones. Josh didn't feel that same way, though.
I said I like them. I think there's something we can meet in the middle on.
Said I like them, but...
I mean, everything has a butt with me, you know that, except my actual body.
And me too right now. Pants be falling.
Pants be falling.
Pants be falling down.
Okay, Rick Smart says,
I want the last name Smart.
I think it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Like, you're not smart. I'm like, you're right. I didn't ask for this last name.
I don't know. Whoa, you know what I just thought
What if your
of?
last name was Smart?
No, what if my last name, because I always wanted to be Star, so Rockstar, but how cool would it be if it was Steady?
Oh.
Rocksteady.
That's pretty good.
It's cool.
Or your full name was Bebop Rocksteady.
That would be so cool.
Your parents would just be, that's a lot of stonerisms.
I knew a person whose last name was Bull and their middle name was Isadora. So it was like, say the person's name was Joe, it would be Joe is adorable.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
I like that. Okay, this one, let's see. Nope.
You don't like any of them? Nope. What do you, I mean, this could be a really long one too, but from @RealJaramo, what if SNL never worked / happened? It's just been on so many years.
I know. That's really tough. I mean, really what we're looking at here is we don't have like 90% of
comedy. I mean, whose careers how would they have started?
Right.
Because I feel like if SNL didn't happen, there would have been another SNL.
Yeah.
Because you can't just you're not going to just not have that show. And I don't even just mean like a Mad TV kind of, like you need an SNL. There would have been a different thing because that's where comedians go.
Well, and that's where you launched movie stars' careers. You launched Tina Fey, Will Ferrell, John Belushi, Chevy Chase, Dana Carvey, Chris Farley, David Spade, Adam Sandler. You know, I mean, you're talking about Jimmy Fallon, Maya Rudolph, Amy Poehler, Seth Meyers. I mean, these are massive stars.
Keep going.
I mean, I'm forgetting. Have Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy was on SNL for Christ's sake. What's her name? The one that passed away too young.
I don't know who you're talking about.
From the 70s, one of the original. Gilda Radner.
Oh. I mean, and people who were even on for only one season and then blew up after that, too.
Right.
So all these careers, and there's all these classes in Chicago and New York and Los Angeles, whatever, Groundlings, UCB, Second City, iOS, what would they aspire to do? Like anybody you talk to in those classes, they're taking those classes because they all have the dream of being on SNL one day. And even if you don't want to be on as somebody who's a cast member or a writer, if you talk to anybody who's in our industry, what do you want to do? I want to host an episode of SNL. Like that's the dream for huge people. So it would take away so many dreams. There would be such an open space.
To be honest with you, this is one of the most open-ended, like we messed up the timeline, Barry Allen style questions that you can deal with.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Yeah. So what if the answer is we would be screwed?
We would be toast. Yeah. This one comes from Jesse Eve @Brochufa23 @Brochufa23.
You are a brochufa.
What if there was a Friends reunion or a complete reboot?
It's so unfair. Just so unfair to tease my little heart like
Is that
I would die for a Friends reunion.
6 episodes?
Even if it was 1, but yes, I do think 6.
I think you need a movie if it's 1, right? You need a Friends movie?
I mean, I would take a 1-2 hour 4-episode event of the night or something.
Okay.
I think that you don't do much with it, to be honest. You give 4 more episodes. Like, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to have it so that Ross and Rachel and Monica and Chandler have all broken up. No.
I think you're getting together for Joey's finally getting married.
Yeah, give the fans what they want. Mike and Phoebe are together.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel and Ross are together.
Rachel and Chandler. Oh, Rachel and Ross. I was like, whoa, wait, what? I was
Monica
like,
and Chandler are together. What world are you living in?
Yeah.
And great, we're together for Joey's
Or it could be Ben's wedding, right? And they're all getting together.
Yeah, that's true too.
Joey's still single and he falls in love with.
Or maybe he's not. Either way, maybe he's officiating the wedding like he has done prior, and just watching them live.
Yes.
And like maybe we do it during Thanksgiving time for another Thanksgiving episode.
So we have like a Thanksgiving episode that leads into the holidays with a New Year's wedding.
Yeah, something like that. It's perfect. So 4 episodes, a Thanksgiving, a holiday, and a 1-hour New Year wedding goodbye. Because I just every time I hear people pitch the Friends actual. Like
somebody's broken up. No, we don't want the drama. We want the friendship.
I want the friends. Give me the friends. And then of course Gunther is working at the wedding or something.
He's the head of catering at the wedding.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, there's a way to put every single character.
Janice is there. She ended up actually being the Bing's next door neighbor.
Yeah.
We hear her in the back.
Right?
Exactly.
You know, Janice was in an early episode of Seinfeld too. That actress.
Yeah, I do. I do know that.
She made love with George. What would a reboot look like? Would you want a reboot, or do you think it's just?
I mean, it just really legitimately would not work in 2019. If you did a reboot the way that it is now, you would have, first of all,
diversity.
You would need some kind of diversity.
Yep.
Second of all, I don't know if it works in New York the way that it is now.
Well, that goes to the next question. Rydeen33 at Rydeen33. What if Friends was set in Los Angeles instead of New York?
I think that the show would not have been as successful.
Right, because the
proximity to the apartments, looking across the other than the fact that you can't afford that makes sense. Where the coffee shop is, the pacing of everything, like that all, the vibe, the energy, as opposed to Los Angeles, so slow, so laid back, no dickhead people.
Totally. And when you show apartments in LA, people are like, why don't they live at the beach?
Yeah.
You know, like the rest of the world just thinks we all live in beach houses.
Every time I come home and they're like, you're pale.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
My dad
what
used to say that to me.
What do you think I do all day?
Right. Just hang in the sun?
Like, first of all, it's 60 degrees.
It's
That's not
cold.
tanning weather. Second of all, even if it was, I work.
Right. My dad said to me the first time I came home to Pittsburgh I think it was for like Christmas or something, when everybody's pale in Pittsburgh, he's like, you're pale too. And I go, Dad, I have to make a living doing something. I can't just sit outside all day.
Like, I wish.
Yeah, be
Do
great.
you want to pay my bills?
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Do you want me to pay outside and I'll beach bum it?
I'll beach bum all day.
I mean, I could be a bum. It's easy to be a bum out here. There's bums everywhere.
I could be a bum. What about this question from this is funny, at @Poe_Tater, because his name is Tater Allen, Potato. Who, Josh or Roxy, can put together the best stranded on a deserted island survival team of TV characters?
How many people are we saying we get?
For the purposes of this being a quick episode, 3.
3. So it's me plus 3 and you plus 3?
It's me and you plus 3.
Me and you plus 3.
We'll put it together.
Okay. I think this is pretty easy.
Ooh, who are you thinking?
Jennifer Garner from Alias.
That's pretty cool.
MacGyver.
Yeah, MacGyver's great.
Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson was going to be my last one on that. Yes, because like meat and stuff.
Right.
Gotta live.
He knows he's a survivalist, basically.
But is he just going to take care of himself, or is he going to help us out?
I think he has to help us out because he can't just take care of himself.
We could also, but
who else? Who do you like?
Matthew Fox. He's a doctor.
Yeah, but so is MacGyver.
Yeah, but and MacGyver can MacGyver out of fewer things than. But
like, hey, we need to like figure out this on an island, and he's like, MacGyver's like, don't worry about it. You strip the coconut, da da da. Then Ron Swanson builds it, and Jennifer Garner's there to protect us.
Yeah, okay, man.
Okay,
we did it.
Done.
We did it. Yeah. Do you know what I was just singing or no? TV guy.
TV.
No,
say it again.
I'm calling you the TV guy. We did it. Yeah, it was you. We did it. Do.
No.
Oh, if anybody at home knows it, then it's a deep cut. I'll give you another one from the same show.
Okay.
Backpack, 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 backpack. On the backpack, loaded up with things and knickknacks too. Anything that you might need, I've got inside for you.
Sesame Street?
Nope. And they're making a movie.
Dora the Explorer.
Yes.
Boom. Got it.
We did it. Yeah, that's like part of her swipe or no swipe thing. Come on, Josh.
My bad. All right, Rob Biller at XY on 42. Zion 42. Mm-hmm. What if Josh actually liked all the DC shows? Hashtag Clyde.
What if? Well, here's what I'll tell you personally. My life would be better.
But here's the thing. I used to watch all the Arrows, and I really enjoyed Arrow. Then it just got tiring. I loved the first season of Flash. Then I understood it. I got it. I don't need to see it anymore. It just kind of got boring and repetitive to me. I never liked Supergirl. Could not get into it. I sort of liked Legends of Tomorrow. It just felt so cheesy to me that I was like, nah, I can't.
So you're not answering the question.
Brandon Routh.
What if you like them? You just explained why you don't.
So what if I liked them?
Well, then he probably would talk about them more on TV Talk.
100%.
Him and I would have a closer bond.
Okay.
And life would be better in general.
Okay.
This is also about you, Josh, from @Mantro. That's with 3 O's. What if Josh McCouga was the host of Jeopardy on NBC?
Well, here in LA, it's on ABC affiliate because the affiliate.
Well, I'm just reading the question.
Yeah. What if I was the host of Jeopardy? Hashtag it Josh McCouga for Jeopardy.
Josh McCouga for Jeopardy. Then life would be great again. Hopefully, he would pull me up in my rankings as a person too.
Okay.
And I would watch a hell of a lot more.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I would hope that it would be the highest rated game show on TV. I would get nominated for Emmys and such. I would I would want Jeopardy to just become more of a household name with a younger demographic. That would be my ultimate goal. That a lot of the youngsters out there that don't walk. I mean, I think anybody can start enjoying this show around age 15, because if you are in high school, most of the history questions and stuff you could probably get, literature, opera, all that kind of stuff, pop culture, sports, whatever the case may be. I think you can really start enjoying Jeopardy around age 15. I mean, I was a little precocious in the sense of I started loving it when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old because I
were wicked smart though.
No, but I also really just loved trivia, so I got into that. I know. I mean, I just would bring a little bit of the Josh McCouga originality, but not take anything away from the past that made the success that is Jeopardy.
And you're a good family guy.
There you go. Yeah.
You are.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Good values. Okay, this one's from @ReactionRocket.
Oh.
If you could reunite one fictional couple whose relationship didn't work out, who would you get back together? For me, it's Sam and Diane from Cheers, 100% any day of the week. What about Winnie and
Kevin Arnold?
Kevin.
When Wonder Years ended and they weren't together, it broke my heart. At least Saved by the Bell did a fan service after all those years that Kelly and Zach finally got married. Like that was important, right?
It's a tough one. We should do a what if fictional TV couples got back together, a whole run where we went through all of them that are broken up.
It's not a bad idea.
Because then we could talk about how bad it would be or how good it would be. All different kinds of couples.
Yeah. Can you think of one right off the top of your head?
That would be bad?
No, I mean, like my first one would be like...
I just told you mine.
Wait.
I just said.
You said Sam and Diane.
No, I didn't. That's what they said. I said Winnie.
Winnie and Kevin. I'm an idiot. I would say Jerry and Elaine on Seinfeld. See what had happened.
I want to do a whole episode on that. I mean, imagine, what was that, season 2 that they started hooking, that they had that little fling thing?
Yeah, season 1, like season 2 or 3. Yeah.
If that show would have been so much worse.
If they were together.
If for the whole show.
Jerry had a lady of the week every time.
And that's like part of it.
Dude, that was the genius of the show.
And she had so many issues too with dudes.
And that was, their friendship was so funny because of that nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought that a fun idea for a like a Seinfeld movie would be a prequel to when George and Jerry had just moved in the apartment. He met Kramer. George was still his buddy, and he starts dating Elaine. And that the movie takes place over like the beginning and the end of their relationship and how they break up and stuff.
I like it.
It's not bad, right?
It's kind of like 500 Days of Summer.
A little bit. Yeah.
But with Jerry and Elaine. So that's very different.
What else you got here?
This one from @J_Nugs, and stick with me because I'm reading it out loud as I'm reading it for the first time.
Okay.
In the year 2099, it's the year 2099, and Disney has taken over. All TV, news, and movies are under their domain. What franchises/series are canceled forever first? Which franchises or series never end? Like, what is Disney repping still? I feel like they would like any of this stuff. I know, obviously, this is not Disney, but like any of the CW stuff, ABC Family, they are doing. But anything that's superhero-y or sci-fi-y.
Like, do we have like our 7th version of Daredevil or something like that? Or like our 10th version of some sort of Disney character?
I mean, if they're just doing their stuff, then we're going to have all different Star Wars stuff still. All different.
This is the year 2099?
Yeah.
That's 70 years from right now. What is the world going to be like in 70 years? Put us in a time capsule right now.
I would like to see it. Do you think we'll make it there?
I'd be 106.
Okay, so maybe I'll make it. I don't think you'd be 106. I think you'd be older than that.
No, 106. 70 years from right now? I'm 36.
No, but it's 2099.
Yeah.
So that's
70 years?
80.
70.
80.
It's not 80. 80 would be... No, yeah, you're right. I'd be 116.
This is why we host.
Math.
Yeah.
I love when you were like, because you were wicked smart. Not in numbers. I've never been smart in the numbers.
Well, because I was like, it doesn't make sense because if I was born in 91, then I'm over 100 at that point. So I knew that. Yeah.
Whoops-a-daisy. All right. Kevin Tucker asks, at Andre Tucker Kev, what if The Grinder got a second season? The Grinder with Fred Savage and Rob Lowe?
I watched that, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
It was a lawyer show.
Yeah, he was a lawyer. And then his brother was a lawyer actor or something, right?
And he was like learning for the role. And then, I watched like 6 episodes and then I think it was canceled.
Yeah.
Or maybe it finished.
No,
I
it
didn't.
just canceled, I think. I think I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like,
why did we both do that?
I don't know.
I think
was it for work?
Yeah, it must have been because I wouldn't have otherwise, I don't think.
Yeah.
Although I do like both those actors.
Me too.
I think that I can't associate the word grinder with anything other than the app. So it just was from the start.
Do you think that was the app before the show or the show before the app?
I'm pretty sure the app was before the show.
And they still greenlit a show called The Grinder?
And I think they were maybe not as aware or hip as they thought they were.
Man, that's a brutal
But,
one.
it'd be like having a show called Tinder and not having it be about dating.
And it's about wood?
Yeah, it just, that would be ridiculous. Yeah. So I think that was the question if they had another season?
Yeah. We don't know.
Then I think it's an anthology series where we completely changed, and now it's
the docuseries about gay guys on Grindr, right? Or gay women. I don't know if it's for both.
Yeah. Interesting, actually. I only know of my guy friends that use it.
Right.
But I think it is for both, though.
Okay. Samuel J. Killmonger at, what's this say? At Kate Van Dyke. Oh, it's confusing. Hawkins versus Sunnydale, weirder town, weirder school. So you got Buffy the Vampire Slayer versus Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't watch a ton of Buffy, but I remember it being a little strange. But come on, anything that turns a school upside down has got to be the Stranger Town, right?
I think that they both, it's so hard to say. Like, do the people come with the place?
Yeah. And so I think it's just...
Or it's just the physical location. You know what I mean?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think that's in the hypothetical there.
So I'm looking up right now, where is Sunnydale hypothetically? And it's hypothetically located at a bend on the California coast. Joss Whedon stated that it was close to Santa Barbara.
Okay.
So something about being out here that feels less creepy to me than
Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Midwest definitely has its... I just watched this movie called Anthem of a Teenage Prophet. It takes place in Stockholm, Michigan.
Oh, I was going to say, somebody else was just talking to me about this, but it was you.
It was me.
Because didn't you just interview...
Peyton List and Cameron Monaghan. There is something like Pittsburgh at the same time. Like the feeling of like right around the end of October till the end of March-ish, I guess, like beginning of April, is such a weird time to be in a small town in the Midwest because it's so cold and everything is dead. You still have to go to school, but because it's like windy and cold, everything is so quiet. It just has this quiet nature to it because there's no birds chirping, there's no bugs, there's nothing. Everything is frozen.
You're freaking me out, man. You're freaking me out.
Am I freaking you out? That weird things happen, right? But then as soon as summer or spring comes along, you start hearing things again, right? There's like noises. You hear the crickets and the bugs, and the world is alive again. So these weird things happening in that time in the Midwest has a creepy feeling to it. I can feel it in my bones right now.
I feel it in mine.
You feel it in the bones? Yeah.
Feel it in my fingers.
I feel it in my toe. I'm doing Love Actually.
Christmas is all around me.
It's everywhere. And if you really love Christmas, come on and let it snow.
Yeah.
You got it.
I was like, crap.
You were so there. This one comes from Alderanian Rose. At Alderanian Rose. You guys once referenced what if the writer's strike never happened, but as far as I know, it never got brought up again. We did never do like a full episode on it. That's a really heavily researched episode because there's a ton of stuff that got buried. Right, because we would have to say
specific things, like whole series got canceled.
Right.
I mean...
I know from a personal standpoint, it like sidelined my career for about 4 years. Good for writer's strike.
Yeah, bummer.
Yeah.
And also... shows that were happening jumped the shark so hard, and then certain actors didn't work after that, and also a lot of people showed their true colors because if you want to see who somebody is, give them power and then take it away.
Yeah.
So I think a lot would be different.
I agree. Yeah.
And also, that's not even to touch upon reality TV, which had a massive boom during that time because of the lack of
writers.
Yeah. And would that
have if we would we have the reality boon? I don't know. I don't think so.
Because what was that? That was the Simple Life time, right? And then we had the Jersey Shores of the world, and which spins off into all the Housewives stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
it's tough.
Yeah,
it's one of those biffs in Back to the Future timelines of like the spring off of not having the writer's strike would have. Again, I don't know, because we got all that reality boon, we then realized we needed more scripted. This is why we are where we are now.
Yeah.
You know.
And competition shows too. Tons of different genres and whatnot. It'd be so different.
100%. Okay, let's do a few more. We're coming up on the end of the episode here, but this has been fun.
Coming up.
I like. You got one in there?
I stopped looking because I liked better when you found them.
Okay. How about this one?
I can start again.
Griffin Jones, at Gryffindor_16. What if the X-Files was revealed to be a true story? I'd move. I'd find a bunker and move. I can't.
I have such a hard time. I really love the X-Files.
Oh, man.
But at the time that I was watching the X-Files, I think I had thicker skin because by the time we got to the reboot, or not the reboot, what do you call that? When something comes back, it's not rebooted.
No, it's it is rebooted.
But reboot isn't a new it's a new
continuation.
Yeah, it's a continuation, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the Will and Grace thing, where you come back, same cast, same thing. But I think reboot. Oh, I guess they call it a soft versus a hard reboot. Hard reboot being new cast and new everything. So the soft reboot of X-Files, I can't watch at night.
No,
I can't watch alone. I can't. I've gotten so soft.
I can't watch. I mean, Twin Peaks.
Yeah, but you never could.
No.
I could. Oh. For a long time, I was wicked hot, and just like would watch things.
I wicked can't do it.
Oh, that's stupid. That's not scary. I don't even think that's funny. That's stupid. I wouldn't jump at that. You're an idiot. And now I'm like,
Good McCougan invitation there. That was pretty good.
Thanks. Okay, I have one.
Go.
This is coming from @Joe_Rosario31, and I will say that this is coming in the last 4 minutes. So we are real time. Well, you guys aren't listening to us real time, but we are currently real time. He said, I say you each write down 10 shows, pick one from each list, and discuss a scenario in which the shows were combined. So I think it's a bigger conversation, I love doing that for... We should do that for one of these upcoming ones.
Write that on the 10 sheets of the same thing you wrote. No, we were done.
Yeah, I tried to print our Twitter thing and tried to make Josh feel silly about not knowing how, and then turns out.
All right, we've talked about this being an episode. Sammy K at SammyZK95. What if Steve Carell never left the office? Hashtag it. Collider Hypotheticals. We've talked about this, and I think this could be a full episode, but I don't know if I want to do a full episode.
No, I think if Steve Carell never left the office, it would have been better.
Yeah, I agree.
Is my simple, but
it still wasn't bad.
No, his goodbye was amazing though, and his comeback for the finale was amazing
for sure.
So that almost makes it worth it. But at the same time, he was the heart and soul of the show. Obviously, Jim and Pam too, but it wasn't the same ever without him. So I think it probably would have been better.
Yeah, I agree. I think you said it just perfectly. I just think it lacked direction and it became a little too farcical without Michael. where Michael was kind of like the heart and soul that kept that whole thing together, and then you just lost a little bit of that heart. That's all. Okay. If you could, sorry, this one comes from Joshua Rayner at IP Rayner, or JP Rayner, sorry.
It's funnier if IP.
Yeah, I didn't see the end of the little J.
IP Rain.
IP Rain.
Good for you. Somebody could drink that. Golden showers.
I'm solving the drought problem one at a time.
Right.
What shows would survive if we still only had 3 channels or some version of that? At Josh from at Movie Blog Merc.
What shows would survive if we only had 3 channels?
Yeah. Like, what shows do you think would be so good and we only had 3 channels?
Well, is one of those a premium, one of them's a kids, and one of them's a family friendly?
I think it's like 2 networks and a premium.
All right. So with the premium.
1 cable, 1 network, 1 premium.
With premium, we know Game of Thrones would survive.
Right.
I think that maybe.
So that we lose Sopranos, we lose.
But those
The
aren't
Wire.
around anymore. It's not current shows.
I guess. Yeah, we'll keep that. Okay, sure.
I think that. I mean, what are the other like really Ozarks are really like.
But that's that's the premium streaming. So that's what we're saying, right? Yeah.
I think Game of Thrones, Handmaid's Tale, Ozark, all of the ones that we love there would go on the premium. So we could probably pick about 20 of those.
No, he's just saying, what shows? Yeah, okay.
Right.
I get it. Yeah.
So we can't go through all of them, but things like of that caliber. Then on the network stuff, I think it's the Modern Families,
Good Place,
the Good Place,
Goldberg's,
a lot
CSIs.
a lot of procedurals and a lot of sitcoms.
Right.
Would stay surviving. And then the middle ground,
like It's Always
Sunny is
Sunny.
what I was thinking. Although I think It's Always Sunny could also be a total premium show.
I agree.
Because it's that.
It's weird that we can't think of like another cable show that really is amazing right now.
This Is Us.
That's a
me
network.
Is a network show. Yeah. So I wasn't answering your question. I'm just
Thinking cable.
Another cable show, huh?
Like, what do we have? Vikings on History? I love Vikings.
I don't watch.
Yeah. What else on FX? Like, You're the Worst. The final season is coming
What's on
out.
AMC? Right. Oh, Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. I guess. I mean, I wouldn't
We need
keep
like
hearing
another
about-
Mad Men situation.
I know. The cable
or
has
Sons
been-
of Anarchy, or
Well, I mean, we had The Americans, but it's gone
yeah,
now.
it's so good.
I mean, a lot of those premium cable shows are now going to streaming, and we're losing a lot of that talent.
I wonder if maybe some of our comedy specials would be over there.
Maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Hypothetical.
Should we do one more?
If it's so amazing, like the absolute best.
So Malik Karim, at
I
Malik
love him.
Karim 2. Okay. He said True Detective, but in New Jersey. Now that we could add to what we're going to talk about next week. So we're going to keep this around Malik, and
True D, but in NJ.
in NJ. But we're going to talk
Are
about.
we down the shore?
We could be. There's a lot of crime that happens in some of those middle shore pots.
DTS.
But that's Boston
accent.
That's my bad. Jersey has a weird accent. It's sort
Noisy.
of so North Jersey has that
North
New York
Jersey.
accent,
Yeah.
right? And
Going
South
down
Jersey
the
has
shore.
the Philadelphia accent.
I'm gonna go down the shore. You coming?
Drinking water.
You coming down the shore so we can have some water?
No, that's sure you're going Boston.
No, Boston is. You going down the shore so we can have some water?
Yeah. So say what you said before.
Going down the shore for some water.
No.
Water. It's hard to go back and forth.
So the Philly accent is wooder. Like
Wooder,
Josh,
yeah.
you drinking Wooder? It's long
No,
news.
you're
It's like Baltimore Oreos.
Yeah, but that's not Jersey.
Wilmington, Delaware. Yeah, it is. It's Philly. Then there's rolled Philly, cheesesteaks, a bureau, the Wooder, Rita's Italian Wooder ice. Go over to Ben Franklin Bridge, the Susquehanna,
No.
the Schuylkill.
You're Philly.
Yes.
You are.
And then Philly goes into South Jersey. So you go to South Jersey, you go to Avalon, Stone Harbor. You go over to Causeway, Ocean City,
okay, so I'm not
Mackinac.
that part of Jersey.
You're like Seaside
Essex
Heights.
County. Yeah. And
Bergen.
Caldwell.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay. We just did an accent thing.
we should teach a master class. How amazing would Josh and Roxy's master accent class be? We have to film this video.
It's actually we should put that on Collider quick.
In 5 minutes, we will teach you every accent.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's pretty
It will
good.
be the most offensive video, like the most offensive video.
Legitimately, at the beginning of the video, it says this will be the most offensive video Collider has ever put out.
Ever put out.
Yeah.
Because, like, I won't lie to you, my Irish, my Australian, and my Indian are all the same. So
this is actually a pretty funny idea. Write that down. Offensive accent training.
So the first thing you need to know about an Indian accent. I'm not going to finish that sentence on this show.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And then also there's that you drop your R's and you lift the T's.
Here we go. Final question.
Some places have clicking noises. Please talk before I keep going.
Stop it.
That was our final question.
Is that it?
Yeah.
You're walking around. This one comes from @Brad_Whipple. At Brad Whipple. Whipple.
Cool.
You're walking around in a forest and find a suitcase lying on the ground. You decide to open it, and inside is $1 million and a piece of paper with the word "don't" on it. What do you do? It's not TV related, but I don't care. It's an amazing question. What do you do?
Instagram it.
I'm not going to take it. Just look at all this money. Woo-woo.
So much money.
Hey, guys, it's me, Josh, just out in the woods, walking, doing my thing, and I found $1 million. What should I do? Put your comment below.
Instagram story with a poll.
What should
I take the money?
Yeah.
Yes. No way, girl.
Brad, I hope that's the answer you were looking for, because that's the answer you're getting. That's Hypothetical Questions with Josh and Roxy. Hashtag at Collider Hypotheticals. I'm at Josh McCouga, the Josh McCouga Show on YouTube. The Afternoons with Josh and Ken, wherever you find your other podcasts, as well as the regular Collider TV Talk and Collider Live. That is
Roxy Strike. Find me everywhere at Roxy Strike. Also on Screen Junkies every Friday, and The Tomorrow Show Wednesday nights.
Bing, bang, boom.
I knew what you were going to say.
You got there.
Yeah. If you start with Big Bang and you don't end with boom.
You're an idiot.
Yeah. If you're Bing Bang, bombs.
Big Bang Bonanzas. All right. And we're out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and listen, subscribe, tell your friends about it. We'll see you next time. As always, put down the book, pick up the remote.